Had a good question about what to do if you're an aspiring manager, you're starting to make progress, aspiring leader, and you bump into a very senior level person who's having a negative influence on the team or on the whole business, and what can you do in that situation? Now, this is very common. If you're on the rise, if you're making progress, you're often going to hit a level where there's someone who's a bit incompetent ahead of you, or they're a bit jaded, or they're not fit for purpose for the role. This can happen all the time. Now, first you have to assess, is this person like a gaslighter? Is it all insecurity? What's driving their behavior that's so negative and hurting performance? Then you have to work out what they're incentivized by, what do they actually care about, what do they value? So finding out what the cause of the behavior is over time, and then what incentivizes them and what they value. This will instruct you as to what you do next. You have to then make a choice. Once you know that information, am I going to just feed them what they need to leave me alone so I can continue running my team and just basically forget they exist? Or am I going to pick this fight? Am I actually going to try and take them on to either improve their performance or get them removed from the business? Now, if you decide to just sort of feed the beast and just stay in your lane, that's fine. That's fine. But if you want to take on this battle, there are a couple of things you need to think about. The methodology of doing it is very important. You need to snow them with positive accountability. So what does that mean exactly? If you're performing really well and you've got a good team that's performing really well and you feel like you're hitting this ceiling, you need to keep putting pressure on them by your performance for them to start delivering on their expectations. So you start almost managing up to say, these are my expectations of you, not just you, but the office that you hold, the responsibility that you hold. We're heading in this direction. This is what we're planning to do. I need your mandate, and this is the support I need from you. And then you start to put some accountability on them. Now, if you do this correctly, positively, don't try and undermine, don't sneak around and try and make little side plays with people around them. If you go to them directly and say, we're performing, this is where we're going, this is the help that I need, and then they don't help you, and maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 times you ask them for that help, you're really clear about your expectations and it doesn't come, then you can start to pick that battle around them or above them as to their performance. But if you're going to do this, there's one thing most important that you need to know, and that is that your backyard is in order. Everything you're doing is correct, because as soon as you have a chink in your armor, something you've missed, someone in your team does something stupid, these sort of underperforming, poor performing, very senior managers will pounce, and your reputation will be damaged because they will go on the attack in a lot of cases. So if you're going to pick this fight, and you're basically auditioning to replace them in a way, do it from positive energy, positive accountability. This is what I want to achieve. Make it very clear, keep a very clear paper trail. This is what I asked from my senior manager. I didn't get a response here, I didn't get a response here, I didn't get a response here. And then when it comes down to the crunch, if either the business views them dimly or they start to go on the attack, you'll have a mountain of evidence to say, well, I've done every single thing right here, and this is where they've come up short. And if you're going to pick that fight, you have to make sure you have crossed every T and dotted every I, because some of these characters have built a whole career crushing people like you. So the choice comes down to, am I going to stay in my lane and just feed the beast, or am I going to pick this fight? And if you're going to pick this fight, do it positively, do it in a way that you'd be proud of and you'd be happy to defend 6 months or 12 months from now. But if you're going to commit.